Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. I've just reviewed a beer sent in from a subscriber, and I've decided I'm going to do the second beer that he sent me. The beers both in the same box. He hasn't sent them separate. So, but this is the second and final beer that he sent me, and it's from Liam, who is also known as Deep in RC on YouTube. So there's no doubt there's some other reviewers out there that have heard of him. And this one that I have is rather cold, so it's probably too cold, but who gives a bugger? And it's from Paulaner, or Paulaner, or however you want to say it. And this is a bottle of their Oktoberfestbier. Look at the artwork on that. I do love the old German labels. It's in a 500ml bottle. It's coming in at 6%. I actually thought it was a bit stronger. So I'm kind of working backwards because the Hofbrau was 6.3. So, yeah, there we go. There's the all Paulaner bottle cap. Very nice indeed. I'm certain I've had this, but I could be wrong. He messaged me. He messaged me the one day, asked me if I was going to pick it up. I said at the time I had loads of beers to get through. Then he messaged me about a week later and said, if you like, I'll send you a couple of the bottles. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. You don't turn down free beer, do you? So I accepted his offer and they turned up. Like I say, I've done the one. This one's coming up now. A big thank you to Liam. Thank you very much, mate. That is very kind of you. Now, I don't have a Paulaner glass or Paulaner glass, however you want to say it. So the nearest thing I've got is a Spaten one, or Spartan, however you want to say it. I can't think how to say it. So let's get this cracked open and see what we get. The Hofbrau was very nice indeed, it's got to be said. So I'm expecting this to be just as good, if I'm totally honest. I do like an Oktoberfest beer. They're just like a big ballsy German lager, aren't they? You know, I was going to say a big ballsy good German lager, but all German lagers are good. They just know what they're doing, don't they? So I've no doubt this is going to be just as good, but with a bigger pair of nuts, if you like. So, beer in a glass. It doesn't look as dark as the Hofbrau one. The Hofbrau was more sort of, well, from what I can think, what I remember, it definitely looks lighter anyway. Let's put it that way. It looks a bit more golden, I think the Hofbrau was. And it definitely had a big, thicker head. This has got, what, just half a finger of white on top. Plenty of carbonation going up in the middle of the glass, as you can see, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a lager. I was hoping for a bigger head on it, but hey-ho, that's how it goes. So let's dive in with the nose, see what we get off the old Paulaner, whatever, Oktoberfest beer. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much, it's got the same sort of notes as the Hofbrau, but a little bit lighter. It doesn't smell as heavy. It hasn't got as heavy a aroma of malt, if you like, but it is in there. It's got a slightly sweet aroma as well, again like the Hofbrau. The Hofbrau smelt a bit more syrupy on the nose, I would say. And again, there's that little bit of, just a little touch of that sort of lemon thing going on in there, lemon citrus sort of thing. And maybe a little tickle of that hoppy sort of snap bite sort of thing, the peppery spiciness on it. Other than that, smells good. I apologise if I have a few burps in this as well, because like I say, it wasn't long ago I drank it. So yeah, cheers everyone, cheers Liam, let's crack on. Yeah, for me. Well, let's get on with the beer first. Let's not start comparing things. A lot lighter in the mouth than the Hofbrau. And there I am comparing it straight away. Body, I would have expected to be heavier. Let's just say that. Certainly not wishy-washy. Quite well carbonated, this one. Yeah, there certainly feels There's quite a lot of bubbles in this beer for me. Let's just do the screen again, as I normally do. Still pretty smooth, still pretty soft. Taste wise, for me, taste wise, you get the maltiness in there. On this occasion with this one, I do think you pick up that lemon citrus thing a little bit more. You do get that sort of hop, spicy bite to it a little bit more than maybe the Hofbrau. Trying not to compare, but I can't help it. Yeah, there's no real sort of, there's a little spicy bite, but there's no massive bitterness in there. The 6%, I think you feel the 6% more in this one than you do the Hofbrau. I mean, ultimately, it's got a little breadiness to it as well, that back end. Been carried away here, haven't I? Malty. It's malty. Slightly sweet, slightly syrupy. You get that little lemon citrus thing in there. There is just a tad of bitterness. And it tails off, I think, to be quite bready, biscuity. You're getting that sort of finish to it. 6%, you don't massively get it, but you definitely feel that you're drinking something a bit stronger. It is well carbonated. I'm going to say it's, pardon me, a little bit over carbonated maybe. Is it the best Oktoberfest beer I've had? Well, this year I haven't had the Spaten Oktoberfest. I haven't had the Löwenbräu Oktoberfest. But from what I remember of them two, the Paulaner doesn't match it in my opinion. I've just reviewed the Hofbrau Oktoberfest and the Paulaner certainly doesn't live up to that one. So out of the ones in my head that I can remember, and the ones I've just done obviously, the Paulaner for me is at the bottom of them four for definite. Is it a bad beer? By no means a bad beer. It's still an excellent beer, but it has its flaws if we're going to be picky. Yeah, comparisons really with Hofbrau. There I've been trying to avoid them, and then when it comes down to the time to actually sort of compare the two, I forgot about it. Yeah, between the two, a lighter body than that one. Yeah, 0.3% in it, but for me there's a massive difference in the body of this one than that one. This one is certainly more carbonated than the Hofbrau, and that's, I wouldn't say that's a good thing. The mouthfeel is not as good as the Hofbrau. Yeah, this has probably a slightly more syrupy feel to it, but it makes the beer a bit more fuller without being sort of sickly. But both great beers in their own rights. This certainly hides the alcohol better than this one. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to wrap this one up now. A big thank you again to Liam, deep in RC. Much appreciated, mate. Very kind of you to send it. He picked that one up, by the way, from Aldi's. I think it's £1.79. Still an absolute steal for that beer, £1.79. Even though I'm sitting here and almost knocking it, like I say, still a great beer and a bargain. Yeah, so there you are. Big thank you to Liam again. If you see any of these beers, give them a go. The Hofbrau for me, a much better beer compared to Paulaner, but that is no slouch. Definitely worth picking up. £1.79 is a steal. I'm going to end it there now because I'm talking too much. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.